it's Holly the Twister Sister. As you can see, we are still in some temporary housing at our military base here at Moody Air Force Base, waiting until we can move to Colorado Springs in just a few more days. I wanted to make a balloon design that was kind of commemorative of this place that we're staying at. So one thing you may not know about Moody Air Force Base here in South Georgia is they're one of the few Air Force bases that has A10s, which is a type of airplane or a jet that is basically used in combat, obviously. My husband told me the A stands for attack, so it's an attack jet, which is they're really cool, really awesome planes. We hear them flying around a lot, practicing, doing training drills, and shooting their big guns. So I wanted to make one. I don't have a lot of good airplane designs that I'm super proud of, but I do like the way this one came out. So if you ever have an airplane or a jet enthusiast or a pilot, you want to make something fun and different for them, this might be a good option. I bet they haven't ever seen one of these made out of balloons. So what you're going to need to make this design, I've tried to simplify it as much as possible so it's actually a realistic design. We're going to need two 260s. These are both the silver reflex or chrome balloons, and I've blown them up about 6 pumps each, leaving about a 4-inch tail on the ends. So we've got two of those. You're going to need an additional 260 of the same color to make some apple twist for the jets on the plane or the engines, I guess. And then for the cockpit of the plane, I'll be using white 260 today, so it's easier to see. But if you want to use a gold or a clear, that would look really cool as well. That's all we're going to need, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with my inflated 260s, and we're going to start from the back of the plane and work towards the front. I'm going to do about a 2 to 3 inch bubble, make a pinch twist, and then do the same thing on my other 260s. So try to get these end bubbles the same size, and then do a round bubble and make that a pinch twist. All right, so the back of the A10s, they don't have a typical airplane like fins and tails and stuff on the end. It's kind of like flat with two ends that stick up on either side. So it's not your typical looking back end of an airplane. I've learned a lot about airplanes while we've been here. So I'm going to come over, that's the part that we're making now. I'm going to come over about another 2 to 3 inches or so. And I'm going to squeeze my balloon as I'm working, especially with these different types of balloons that have a different finish to them. You really want to make sure that you're squeezing as you're working to keep things soft and pliable. All right, we're going to come get our other balloon here. We're going to measure this bubble and make a matching one on this balloon. Okay, and we're going to twist these together right here at this pinch twist we just made, and this will make that kind of flat back shape for our balloon. So they're going to stick up like this. Got my plane sound effects turned on. All right, next we're going to bring both balloons together and come forward, working towards the front of the airplane again. So we're going to come about 3 inches or so and twist both balloons together. We want to put 2 pinch twists here. So go ahead, squeeze your balloon out and take this one balloon and make a small bubble. Turn that into a pinch twist. Do the same thing with the other balloon. Squeeze it out, small bubble, and pinch twist. Okay, and we're going to keep going forward. We want to line all of our bubbles up in a row, so everything is going straight down beside each other like this. Our pinch twist looking like that on both sides. Okay, this next bubble, we're going to twist both of our balloons together, but we're not going to make it as big as this space here. It's just going to be about a 1.5, maybe 2 inch bubble. You don't want it to be too big, so twist both balloons together again. We're going to do another 2 pinch twists, So just like we did before. So take your first 260, make a small bubble, pinch twist. Same thing on the other balloon. Squeeze, twist, pinch twist, and line everything up so everything is still all right beside each other as we're going down the balloon. All right, one more time. Don't quit on me now. Okay, we're gonna come forward a little bit bigger space this time than here. So these bubbles are gonna be a little bit bigger than these ones are. Go ahead and twist those together. We're gonna do 2 pinch twists. This is the last time, I promise. 2 pinch twists. One more time. This is a good design to get really good practice in with pinch twist if it's something that you're still trying to learn. Okay. I asked my husband if I could call this a fighter jet. He said, no, it's an attack jet. So just remember that. All right. So we're going to take one of our remaining 260s here. One is going to go and be the front, the nose of our plane, and the other one is we're going to get rid of it. So pick whichever one you want to be the nose, maybe the one that's the straightest or the nicest looking, doesn't matter. And we're going to go ahead and pinch off where we want that nose to stop. So I'm going to go mine right here and get rid of the rest. If you want to be super efficient, you could probably save these pieces we cut off and use them for the engine parts that we're going to put on. But I just assume use another balloon for those. So I'm going to get rid of the rest of this part here. And we're just going to wrap this around to secure it and kind of tighten everything up. Now, this last section here up by the front of the airplane, we're going to turn like that. So we have all of our bubbles are kind of stacked on top of each other going up towards the front of the airplane. But when we get to this section here, it's turned to the side. So this is kind of what we've got. If you're looking at it coming down from the front, this is just a single bubble. We've got our 2 bubbles right beside each other, 2 bubbles stacked on top of each other, 2 bubbles stacked on top of each other, and then your back end. All right, so it looks kind of like a cool rocket at this point. All we've got to do now is add the wings and the cockpit, some engine. So I'm going to grab another 260. I've inflated this one about 8 pumps or left about a 2-inch tail at the end. And we're just going, this one's really easy. We're just going to wrap it in. So if you're looking at your plane from the front, you're going to come to 1. This is your first set of pinch twist. Come down to pinch twist set number 2. And we're going to tie our 260 into that set. All right. We're going to come out, and then we're going to connect to the next set of pinch twists right behind that, okay? So however long you want your wings to be, you want to just make sure that you'll have enough balloon to do both sets of wings. So I'm going to twist off this first wing where I want it, and we're going to just walk that right through that second set of pinch twists, like that, so it's attached here. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side and just try to eyeball it to get those wings to be the same size. I'm going to go ahead and twist off my 260 here, and then we're going to wrap it into our pinch twist. We should have something like this. You're done with the rest of this. You can go ahead and get rid of that and just secure your loose ends, wrapping around those pinch twists a couple times and kind of tucking them in somewhere to hide them. Now I like to give my wings a little bit more of a point towards the tips. So I'm going to grab the ends and kind of squeeze them together so it's not so rounded. And then just straighten up my tail feathers. And that's what we have now looking at it from the front. It looks like a pretty cool plane at this stage. So if you wanted to have a really fast, pretty easy, somewhat easy, intermediate airplane or jet design, this could be a good one and you could leave it like this, and I think that you could get away with it, and most people would probably be pretty excited to have this. But we're going to add a few finishing details. So if you want to make it extra special, these finishing details really just add a little bit more to it and make it something very special. So the first thing we're going to add is a little bit of white, and the cockpit of our airplane is going to sit right here between the first set of pinch twists and the second. I'm just going to take the nozzle of my white. Again, this looks really cool with a clear or even maybe like a gold color balloon. I'm just going to tie that right in there, and it's just going to come straight back and get twisted into the next set of pinch twists right behind it. Just like that. Looks a little bit cooler, doesn't it? So once you have that in there, you can get rid of the rest of that balloon. It's a great use for scraps. If you have a bunch of scraps in your bag, you can make use of them for stuff like that. So you don't have to use a full balloon if you don't want to. And then I've done some apple twist, and these are going to be for the little engines. They're not little, but on our plane they are. If you're not sure how to make those, I'll go ahead and demo it really quick with a scrap from another part of our airplane. So I've just reinflated a scrap of my silver, and I'm going to take my finger on the nozzle or the knot that I've made and push my finger inside the balloon. With my other hand, I'm going to grab that knot from the outside, work my finger back out. You'll see how that makes it like a little donut. It's got the knot sucked down in there. And then I'm going to twist. Okay, twist around a few times so that knot is locked down into this section of the balloon. And I'm going to hold on to that and try to get rid of the rest of this. And then I'm going to tie my knot so that the knot that's being pulled down inside of the balloon is now trapped inside of this tie and it can't come undone. All right, so there we have one little engine. So we're going to take both of these. Now, technically, if you want to be like super accurate, these should kind of sit like right here on this type of a plane. But, you know, to make this an easy design, there wasn't really a good way that I saw to attach those right where they should be to be 100% accurate, as much as you can be with a balloon. So the easiest thing to do is put them right here on the tail of the plane. So it's not an exact replica, but it does it's supposed to remind you of the type of plane that it is. It may not look exactly 100% like the real one, but it gives you the reminder of what the real one does sort of look like. So those are two little finishing details. They do take some extra time, of course, to do those apple twists and get them outed on the plane. But I think it does just add that extra finishing touch that really makes this a special and fun design. So that is the A10 Attack Jet airplane. I hope you guys like this design. I had a lot of fun coming up with it and looking at the planes, which I can actually see from right outside my window. Well, one thing I almost forgot. So I want to cut off this tail on my nose here to clean that up a little bit. But all of these planes have mouths with teeth. They all have the same mouths painted on them. So if you want to take the time to add the mouths, I think that will make it, you know, look even more like the plane that it's supposed to be. So I'm just going to do like a black, kind of looks like a happy face, I guess, on the end of the plane and fill that in with my black. Or if you don't want to use a paint pen to draw in the teeth, you could just draw the teeth inside of the mouth with the black. That probably would be maybe faster for some. But I've got the black mouth painted on there. It's a little hard to see with that chrome looking balloon. You can see there. And then we can add some menacing looking teeth to this guy. So there's the mouth with the teeth put on with a white paint pen. You guys know I love my Posca paint pens. And then I was just thinking you could probably put on some angry eyes on the side, or if you want to do sort of like a Cars style character with this plane. Maybe put some really intimidating looking angry eyes here on the cockpit part. And I think that would look pretty cool too. So we're going to go ahead and try that. There we go. There is our cool A10 jet finished with his eyes and mouth. All right. Let me know what you guys think of this design. I do have clip art available for this. It's freshly drawn and it's up in the store, ready for you to grab. However, if you want clip art for all of the designs that I've put on YouTube, maybe you have some favorite designs that you really want to make sure that your clients know that you can make, you can grab the clip art for those and just throw them up on your menus. And the best and cheapest way to get all of my clip art that goes with all of my YouTube tutorials is to check out the clip art vault that I have available for you to join up. It's a really convenient subscription. You can cancel at any time, but you can go in there and have access to every single clip art that I've drawn available for you to grab and download. And inside of the clip art vault, we also have easy and convenient links that go with each clip art that will take you to the tutorial to learn that design if you don't know how to make it. So most of our clip art does have tutorials available unless it's a clip art that is not one of my own designs and maybe I don't have a tutorial for it yet, or some of them are coming soon. But most of our clip art does have tutorials available for it as well. We also have a template where you can drag and drop the clip art that you get from our vault into a basic menu that you can print out and go. So you don't need to have like Photoshop skills or fight with Microsoft Word or anything like that in order to make your own menus. We make it super easy for you to grab the clip art from our vault and throw it up on a menu, print it off, and take it to your events. I've made menus with like 10 minutes before I left for my event because it's that easy and fast to do. So I hope you guys like it. Check out the clip art vault. Grab your clip art for this guy. The link is down below. And if you liked it and enjoyed this, make sure to give it a thumbs up so I know. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.